Ephesians chapter 6, verse 5. Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, and singleness of your heart, as unto Hamashiach, not with eye service as men pleasers, but as the servants of Hamashiach, doing the will from the heart, the will of Yahweh from the heart. Slakia. Kol haloyim la Yahweh Bahasham, Yahawashi Bahasham, Rakah HaKadash. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that taught us this truth that rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and to the 1/3 men, women, and children of Israel, and to the Israelite foreigners who has the appearance of the heathens, but their lineage, their seed lines from their fathers go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom. I want to title this video, Yahawashi don't do fanboys. All right. Yahawashi don't do fanboys. So what I mean by that, you have, and this video is inspired by the elder Manat Zakba from South Carolina. He said, in Israel, you got stands, man. Let's go to this definition of stand real quick. And it says here, stand, an overzealous or obsessive fan of a particular celebrity. All right. As an example, he has millions of stands who are obsessed with him and call him a rap god. All right. So you have men that's in the truth that look at apostles and elders as pretty much Salakia. Yeah. So you have men in Israel that look at the apostles and elders as fanboys, and that fanboy, I've seen in my whole life, whereas guys could get they panties in a bunch pretty much when the person that they're idling rebukes them or checks them or something like that. It's a very thin line between that. It becomes a situation where you have this strong admiration for somebody, whereas idolatry to a degree, and then that thin line between it is a strong hate. Okay, so like the apostles say, when he came here to Chicago, man, Apostle Ramla, hey, they don't like that, man. All right, a real man don't like that anyway. In the world, everybody probably has experienced this situation, but I've experienced where, somebody just giving you, I think charm is deceit to me, man. When somebody's giving you too much charm. All right, and the scriptures does say, let another man praise you. All right, but it has to be in a certain perspective, whereas this man, like they say back in the day, this man is riding your nutsack, man. All right, everything you say, he laughing to it. Every joke you make, he agrees with everything you say, man. It gets annoying, right? And you don't want nobody like that around you either, man. Okay, because that type of energy is spirit brings jealousy, man, and that makes that man very dangerous. He wants to be like you. He's idolizing you. All right, like the apostle said. What was it? Apostle Elder Big Gad was like, "Hey, man, we just regular men." Apostle Rakah said, "We just regular men." All right, we not floating to you or anything. All right. So that fanboy stuff, of course, Yahawashi don't do fanboys, man. All right, we supposed to give all glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. If you notice on the elders, on the elders page, you may have a newcomer come in, and don't get it twisted. Yeah, you see the apostles, you like, oh wow, you taking back your flesh just a hot minute. You like, oh wow, they go to apostle right there. Wow, shalom, all that, but. You nip that in the bud, nip it in the blood. But now it's one thing to be inspired by great men, all right? You may grab a little bit of Elder Malcolm in here, a little bit of Apostle Taha here, a little bit of Apostle Gabar there, you know what I mean? A little bit, of different men that you inspire you, I should say. And you use those little tools or what have you, all right? So now, hey, yeah, if you do have a man that love lording himself over you, and he loves the attention, that man is very dangerous. All right, because that means he's doing this for filthy lucre. He wants the glory instead of giving Yahawashi the glory. Oh, that was my point I wanted to make. Right, if you can see on the comment board, like a newcomer come in and they'll say, "Oh man, that was a great lesson, brother. You knocked that out the park. I love watching your videos." They kind of overzealous, and the apostles just say, the elders will just say, "Hey man, give all praises. Call Allah Yahawashi, man. We're giving praises to Yahweh Yahawashi, not ourselves." All right. So I just want to grab some scriptures real quick here, and hey, because those men are fighting for their own salvation, and we all get the same penny at the end of the day, right? So let's grab real quick here Philippians 2:12. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." All right. So the apostles and elders, they're working out their salvation with fear and trembling, man. All right. Now, yeah, you do have some sort of how I want to say, it's a very thin line, man. You got like the apostles and elders, you like, okay, man, they tighten it up. You know what I'm saying? We need to get this together and get that together, or what have you, right? You get in order of the men, but you're not just so where you're like a damn teenage girl, man, around these men. Okay, let's grab real quick the Book of Wisdom of Solomon, 14, start at 11, and it reads here, "Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creation of Yahweh they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them corruption of life." All right, so you got men that'll put men on a pedestal and make him an idol, man. That's why the apostle say, he's like, man, we don't like that. All right. There was a picture one time of the apostles where somebody made it like some kind of app where it had them like a cartoon figure with lasers coming out their eyes, and they was like, take it down, man. We don't like that, right? Because that mean you doing this for yourself. Verse 13, "For neither there were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. For by the vain glory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end." All right. So that idolatry, that was going back in verse 12, said that was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and look where we are now. That was the beginning of everything. Where the case that we have now, where all these abominable things going on through the earth through idolatry, man. All right. So these things are getting ready to come to an end shortly, right? Let's grab the book of Acts. Let's get an account real quick. Acts chapter 14. What's that? 8. I go through. Yeah, I start at 8. "And there sat a certain man at Lystra, impotent in his feet, being a cripple from his mother's womb, who never had walked. The same heard Paul speak, who steadfastly beholding him, and perceiving that he had faith to be healed, said with a loud voice, Stand upright on thy feet. And he leaped and walked. And when the people saw what Paul had done, they lifted up their voices, saying in the speech of Lysonia, the gods are come down to us in the likeness of men. Right? That's the point right there. That's one of the points. Verse 12. And they called Barnabas Jupiter, and Paul Mercurius, all right, Mercurius, Salakia, because he was the chief speaker. Then when the priests of Jupiter, which was before their city, brought oxen and garlands unto the gates, and would have done sacrifice with the people, which when the apostles Barnabas and Paul heard of, they rent their clothes and ran in among the people, crying out and saying, Sirs, why do ye do these things? Why do ye these things? Here's a point. We also are men of like passions with you, and preach unto you that ye should turn from these vanities unto the living power, which made heaven and earth and sea and all things that are therein. All right, so we give glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi, man, not men. Okay, let's go real quick to the book of Psalms 29 and 2. I'll start from the top. Give unto the Lord Yahweh, O ye mighty, give unto the Lord Yahweh glory and strength. Give unto the Lord Yahweh the glory due unto his name. Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. All right, so we're to give Yahweh Yahawashi all the glory, man, the Father and the Son, man. Okay, now, yeah, you give a man a compliment, there's nothing wrong with that. But once again, you got to keep it in perspective and don't be a nut grabber, what they call it back in the day, a dick rider. You know, a real man don't like that, man. Let's grab real quick here the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, and I'll start at 5. And it reads here, For this ye know, that no whoremonger nor unclean person, no, it's like 6 and 5. Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, in singleness of your heart, as unto Hamashiach, not with eye service as men pleasers. You have men that act different when other men come around. They act a whole nother person when elder is around, or an apostle, or what have you. That's off, man. You know, not with eye service as men pleasers, but as the servants of Hamashiach, doing the will of Yahweh from the heart, with good will doing service as to the Lord and not to men, knowing that whatsoever good thing any man doeth, the same shall he receive of the Lord, whether he be bonded or free. And ye masters, do the same things unto them, forbearing, threatening, knowing that your master also is in heaven, neither is there respect of persons with him. All right, so you thinking you got your chariot seat planned out and your men should worship me or what have you, man, that's a bad case. And if you looking at men like that, that's a bad case. All right, that's not good at all, man. All right, both parties are setting themselves up for a terrible ending. Okay, and you got to pray if you feel yourself coming into that sort of position, right? And that's Satan at the end of the day playing on your mind, right? It says here, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. All right, and that's one of the wiles. Now, granted, you got brother spirit that mesh with other brother spirit, different, man. All right, all the spirits are different. Okay, but I like I said, this video is inspired by Elder Manat Zakba from South Carolina, and you notice these guys that fall out. As I'm in this truth a little longer, I'm seeing that the men that fall out, it's this hurt girlfriend approach that they have, man. All right, well, like they say, their whole doctrine becomes them against GMS. All right, and that's off. So let's grab real quick here the book of Sirach 32, and I'll start at 7. It reads here, "Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art asked twice." So if you're a fanboy, you start steady I remember there's a cartoon, Tom and Jerry, back in the day. Be like, yes, Spike, the little dog. He behind Spike, and Spike was like, hit him in the head, was like, shut up. You know, you get to start talking too much, man. Like a little woman, like a fan, man. All right? Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. See? Be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue. If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. See? And when ancient men are in place, use not many words. All right? So the scriptures tell you, you know, how to, your behavior, man, how you should be. All right? Now, granted, there is order within the church, and you got to respect that, right? I'm going to end it off with this, man. Yo, Yahawashi do not deal with fanboys, man. Stans. A stalker / fan. This is Ephesians 4. He that descended is the same also that ascended up far above all heavens, that he might fill all things. This is what we're supposed to be glorifying, right? Doing everything that we possibly can for Yahweh, Yahawashi, right? And he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors, and teachers, right? So that's an order, right? For the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Hamashiach, right? Till, verse 13, till we all come in the unity of the faith. See, we all fight for the same penny, man. All right, but there is an order to this, man. And of the knowledge of the Son of Yahweh, unto a perfect man, unto measure of the stature of the fulfillment of Hamashiach. All right, that's what it's all about, man. Glorying Yahweh, Yahawashi, man. Bahashem Yahweh Kakadash. Okay, so with that, I pray it's edifying. Brakateh Yahweh, Brakateh Yahawashi, Bahashem Kakadash Shalom.